All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the apartment. This is Nick, and I'm here with my good friend Josh.
What up? It's your boy Josh.
And today we're going to talk about the situation going on in the world with the coronavirus and how we think people are reacting and how it's stupid.
Well, shit. First of all, y'all are wild as fuck for trying to beat the fuck out of each other over a toilet paper roll. When did toilet paper become the new currency of the world? I'm just saying, if somebody tried to sell me toilet paper for way more than what they're selling at the store, come on, that's just fucking retarded. But I'll let y'all do you, cause I know y'all gotta wipe your asses with whatever you can. I just prefer to do mine with fucking.
You done lost your whole train of thought there, didn't you, motherfucker?
Yes, I prefer to do it with.
I don't know, man. I don't think people are bad for doing what they're doing, because my thing is it's a supply and demand thing. It's better to have more of than less of. What I think people are kind of crossing the line is fighting over it. I don't want to have to walk in the store and feel like I'm about to get shanked for a fucking roll of toilet paper because I want to fucking, take a dump.
I kind of expected this though because, you know how I would normally.
I didn't expect toilet paper and water. I really didn't. I really thought it was going to be over, fucking fruit, vegetables, chicken, meat, actual shit people need to survive on a daily basis. There are so many other ways to wipe your ass. Let's be real honest. And, us, we have a Brita filter here. We don't need to go buy fucking, cases of water.
Yeah, true. But
I thought that was a common thing that everybody owned was a Brita filter. Or any kind of water filter.
Nah, that's kind of high class, to be honest with
Motherfucker, we stay in a fucking apartments.
It's true, but people out here just don't got that shit like we do.
But you make it sound as if we have a lot as it is.
I knew people were gonna be fighting over shit, to be honest with you, because the way that Black Friday is. Have you seen how that shit?
I've never gone on a Black Friday. I've been asked to go on multiple times by a few friends to go, but I've never gone.
Well,
and I keep telling myself this is the year that I'm actually gonna go and get some shit that I want. And then every time I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like going and dealing with this crowd.
It's not as bad as out here because I've been out on Black Friday. People aren't really fighting like that. But in some places, like in New York, where it's super crowded, and fucking LA, places like that where people are just over the top and they want to get shit. They go and they fight like they're doing now, and it's just out of control now. Oh, okay.
My thing is, I don't know, man. My thing is, I feel people are still tripping out a little bit too hard about it because, again, I don't think it's that serious. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's not serious, but I think there's a line that needs to be drawn here, and I think niggas buying 200-300 rolls of toilet papers over the line. Did you hear about the guy who bought 1,700? Or no, was it 1,700 or 17,000? Either way, he bought a fuck ton of hand sanitizer, cleaning products, the face mask, all that stuff. And then started price gouging on Amazon and selling them for a bottle of hand sanitizer for $70.
You're talking about the guy who had it all stacked in his garage, right?
Yeah, that guy. He sold and price. I think he went about it wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think it's fucked up that he bought all of the hand sanitizer he can get his hands on from multiple states. I don't think he's wrong in trying to resell it at a better price, at a higher price, because again, it is supply and demand. It's what the U.S. is, supply and demand.
Yeah, true.
My thing is, if I have something you want and you're willing to pay for it, I'm going to sell it to where I make a profit.
True.
That's the point.
In a humanitarian sense, it's kind of fucked up to your fellow man to do some shit
Man,
like that.
fuck the fellow man. I'm concerned about me and my own. I'm concerned about my household, which is you, our other roommates, and my family. That's it. Just like how you're concerned about this house and your family. But you living here does make me concerned about your family too, because in a sense that we are now family too, because we live in the same household.
True. But
I shouldn't have to worry about fucking Pastor John down the road or fucking construction worker Jack down the way. They're not my problem. That's just what it is.
Yeah, true.
And in a sense, I get what you say from a humanitarian front, but at the same time,
we are in a crisis.
I don't consider this a crisis, man. It just isn't.
But other people consider it a crisis. I don't see it as big of a deal as it is, but it's becoming that way because of how people are reacting.
Do you really think it's that big of an issue, that we have to shut down schools and businesses and people doing that kind of stuff?
Look, people will do what people do. Mass panic is a big thing that the people up top are worried about. So when they come out and they tell us there's this virus that's in Houston and fucking Dallas, Austin, even in like LA or fucking Washington or wherever the fuck it is right now. I haven't really been keeping up with the stats, but like people are gonna panic and act like it's a big thing, like how it was with like swine flu or SARS. During swine flu, people were just not buying like pig's meat. Like I don't remember eating any fucking like swine products during that whole ordeal. I'm talking like fucking.
What's funny is during swine flu, I remember eating pork during that thing. I think what everybody was tripped out about. I think the only one I could really remember people panicking of was like bird flu. I think that's the one that everybody was tripping out about. My thing is like really only 100 people have died in the U.S. from coronavirus.
Yeah.
That's not a lot. It's literally 100 people. I don't even know what the scale, like the percentage of that would to the rest of the U.S. would be. Like I think the common cold has killed more than that. I'm gonna check.
Looking at the facts right now.
Fuck yeah.
I think people are just ready for the end of the world. I think they're tired of shit, how it's going right now, and they're trying to go to like based on all the movies and video games that they've seen and played. You know, I think they're ready for that step of like life that they actually been waiting for or whatever. We're gonna bounce back, and all these people who panicked and shit bought mass toilet paper and mass this and mass that, they're gonna be up a creek because like that's just
it says
how
the
it
death toll for the common cold is upwards in the 30,000s
Mm.
compared to the coronavirus of 100. Like in the U.S. Come on, that's a death toll per year. Per year is almost 30,000.
Didn't that just come out this year though?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, it just came out this year. It probably came like 2 months prior of a year. So from here to December, we're gonna see what happens and see if anybody really like how bad this toll works. But it's like the CDC and everything, I feel they're gonna have this handled in like a month's time, 2 months time.
Yeah. They were saying they had it handled for a minute, but I mean it got to the point where it is now, where it's hundreds when before it was like maybe 24 people or something like that. So
well, that's because people are fucking gross. Like people don't disinfect, they don't Germex, wash their hands.
not only that, but they're trying to fucking travel and shit too.
Yo, on the cool, those plane tickets were real fucking low. I thought about traveling.
Yeah, but what if you
50
secretly have the coronavirus? You don't know.
Man, fuck it, I'm gonna die.
Either you don't got it now and you're gonna catch it later.
Look, at this point, every state in the U.S. has coronavirus outbreaks, quote unquote. Meaning, and no matter what I do, people have it now. It's all over the U.S. in every single state. There's nowhere that if I don't travel to, they won't have it. Like, at this point, I might as well, fuck. There's 5 cases literally around the corner by fucking our high school. It's down the road from us. At this point, you might as well fucking travel. Us going to the store earlier probably gave us fucking the virus.
Yeah, you right about that one.
I might as well catch it on a plane on my way to fucking Miami and party up for a weekend and then come back.
If the drinking doesn't kill you, the coronavirus.
Exactly. I might as well enjoy myself on the fucking beaches.
Oh shit, you got me there.
Like come on, let's be real. Like if I was diagnosed with fucking cancer, you know, to the point where it's not even curable, I might as well go fucking enjoy myself. I'm not gonna fucking sit in bed and die. I might as well go out and go have, you know, one last fucking hurrah and then go out.
Speaking of this last hurrah, tell me, how are you gonna feel if and when they tell people that you cannot just go outside at all, like nobody in the streets? If it gets to that point,
I'm the cool. They better pay my bills then.
they're gonna have to come up with something, bro.
They're gonna have to come up with something in terms of paying bills. You know, we have rent, we have water, we have lights, we have Wi-Fi. You know, we have all that shit that we have to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and
We
them
have
shutting
bills,
down, them shutting down the economy like that would not help anybody. They wouldn't be able to do that for more than a weekend, or more than, because at that point, it's putting too big a strain on everybody's pockets. Us alone, just not going to work for a day, costs this household about $500 a day.
Yeah.
Because that's how much we lose as a lump sum. Like, it doesn't work out for us. And that's for us. And we're not even like, if you, in terms of like grade scale of like how we live and how much we make, that's not even on on the low balling scale, because we live a pretty a pretty comfy lifestyle in terms of things. You know, we have a nice apartment. We do have nice shit. We have decent cars, you know?
That run.
Yeah. decent. Well, they're decent. My car looks a lot nicer than yours, but that's no here nor
Okay,
there.
fuck you. That's besides the point.
That's nor here nor there. The point of the matter is that we have decent cars, that run. They run pretty well. We have a lot of shit. We have a pretty nice lifestyle going on, and that's just us. Imagine the people who are scraping by day to day. They can't afford to take a day off.
Yeah.
They can't afford for the fucking government to be like, look, you can't come to work. And it's already to the point where people are like, yo, what am I see it on Facebook. My homeboy, Anthony, lost his job because of the virus.
Seriously?
Yeah. The company, I forget where he works. He works for some, like a staffing company. They partner up with other companies who need extra manpower but don't want to hire people themselves.
Oh, he does that.
Yeah, he gets calls like, hey man, we got a new job for you over here. Hey man, you got over here. Like they'll send him different places. Once the job's complete here, they'll send him somewhere else. It's not it's guaranteed work, but it's not guaranteed work. Like he's always guaranteed to have work coming in, but he's never guaranteed the same job. That's the issue.
Gotcha.
The thing is though, is the company he was working for told him, with everything going on, we can't have y'all here. Y'all gotta go. Sorry, man. That's the end of our contract. And they just kicked him out.
And him and everybody else, or just
him and everybody else.
Fuck.
Everybody that was there for temp staffing just essentially was told to go home.
Well, you gotta assume though, because like you gotta assume what their thought process was, because like
assumption or not, man.
Exposure,
Dude, again, it's already everywhere. It's already all over the U.S. Again, it's not in every fucking household. But at the same time, you're hurting people's pockets to the point where they have to go out even more to go look for work now.
Yeah, you right about that.
Like, that's what now. Like, shit, we have to go out every day to go look for work now. Like, now that we quit our old jobs.
Yeah, true.
Like, that's just what it is. Like, there's nothing you can do to stop the American people from going around and out and about unless you enforce this law. And at that point, again, you have to figure out what you're going to do in terms of everybody's bills. People will go homeless if people were like, you can't go out for the next 30 days.
Well, I mean, they could do it like this. They could tell, like, the places and the people who mortgage the houses, like, the people on top who run these places to just not charge them.
That comes down to it still somehow being enforced. Because even if the government was like, all right, nationwide, for the next 30 days, no rent. That still means that they have to somehow enforce it. There are little backwaterway, fucking wish-wash apartments that are going to be like, man, fuck that. This so-called restaurant ban that's here in Harris County now, that, like, all restaurants have to be closed. Motherfucker, all the food places over here on Sheldon are open.
Yeah. I mean, have you walked in one, though?
The fucking torta stand right here is open. People are sitting down at the fucking taco stand eating. Right here at fucking Tomas Bakery, niggas were in there eating earlier.
I mean, yeah.
No one's enforcing it.
Well, shit.
So if they can't enforce a simple everybody shut down,
I think at some point they might just martial law that shit and just have
at martial law they have to deploy the military.
That might be what they're having to
that
do.
might be better, but that's still not going to enforce the afterward point.
I'm not saying it's a good tactic. I don't think they should do that.
I'm not saying either,
but I think
but
they might.
I don't know enough about martial law and like how they're going to handle that whole situation to give my opinion on that, dude. That one's going to be crazy at that point because there's going to be the American people who are like, oh, fuck that, our rights, da-da-da-da-da.
Exactly.
That's when
people are going to get shot on site because
on the
martial
probably.
law. They can do that. I mean, it's for safety reasons. I mean, I don't even think I remember the last time that got enacted, if it got enacted.
I don't know if martial law's ever been enacted, dude. I've never heard of it being enacted, but then again, I don't pay attention in history class.
Yeah. Well, I did shortly, but they never taught us none of that shit about recent events and stuff like that. It's all like Civil War and the Revolutionary War. I learned about the River Valley people and a bit about like just stuff after that in American history, but they don't really teach that at least in our school part area. They might have a different curriculum over there somewhere else.
Yeah,
either way,
Congress has never declared martial law,
but it can be enacted though. So I mean,
no.
honestly,
Apparently, in July of 1861, Congress ratified most of the martial law measures declared by President Abraham Lincoln, but has never been officially declared.
okay.
Martial law has never been declared. So that's something that no person will ever no one has ever really experienced, quote unquote.
But I think Trump's ballsy enough to do it, if you ask me.
I'm not even gonna get on that topic of Trump, man. That's a topic I don't want to get into, because that's a fucking thing and a half, dude. Like, people are freaking out. There are people who aren't freaking out. There are people who are freaking out. Like, earlier today, I had a conversation with my mom about it. When I woke up this morning, we were talking about stuff.
Yeah.
We were talking about, like, how, like, she was telling me how, like, she's scared, but she's not 100% scared. Like, she's worried, but not worried. And it was, like, a real wishy-washy kind of, like, answer to the question. But I told her, I'm like, Mom, in my opinion, there's really nothing to be worried about. Like, you're young, you're healthy, you don't really have to worry about it. I'm like, the one who I'm worried about is my grandma.
Yeah.
And my grandma going out. Because my grandma goes over to my aunt, and my aunt has people coming in and out all day. Like, her friends and shit, and her neighbors, because she lives, like, you know, real neighborly. So her neighbors are cool with her, and they'll come over, hang out, you know, catch a soda, just chill, catch up for, like, a couple hours, and they'll head back over to their house.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's what they do. But my thing is, I don't know who's been to their house. And who went to their house, whose house has been to their house. So they got people coming in all day, and I don't know who the fuck they are. I don't know what germs they have. I don't know who they have talked to, again, because it's right around the corner that there's been a fucking case of coronavirus.
Yeah, exactly.
So my thing is, like, if my grandma gets sick, that's it. She has a ton of underlying health issues, dude. With no cure or treatment, like, well, there is a treatment, but it's like...
I heard there was a vaccine.
That's no, they're working on a vaccine. So the, mosquito. Anyway.
Mosquito.
There's, was it Sweden? Some Swedish company.
No, it was Canada, wasn't it?
Canada, you mean?
Same shit, different day. Yeah, Canada.
Canada, yeah, no, I think a Canadian company was working on it, or a Swedish company. Well, some fucking foreign company's working on a vaccine, funny enough. Trump Industries, funny enough, fucking offered them like $2 billion for like to buy the vaccine from them, and so did other major companies, so they can fucking profit off of the damn thing.
Seriously?
Yeah, because if you buy the vaccine, you can fucking you know,
sell it at your price.
Yeah, you can market it. That's the issue. Like, if people start developing certain medicines, and if they fucking flood the market and monopolize the market, that's it. They can sell it for whatever price they want because they're the only ones with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
But the company that's developing has already said they're not fucking giving the rights to it to anybody. That it's going to be developed for public distribution, which is amazing, which is really nice because that means that company really isn't about the profit.
So you think it will be cheap at that point then?
It'd be as cheap as any other medicine. Is like trying to go buy fucking, you know.
No, that's because big pharma, man. But that's a whole different topic.
Yeah, that's
the amount of healthcare and shit.
Healthcare and shit like that is an interesting statement. It is interesting in itself, but that's something for another day. But my thing is like, another issue going on with the whole thing too is people are freaking out of these people who are supposedly spreading it.
On purpose?
Yeah, dude, you haven't seen those videos like going on online? There was this one video, this lady, she was wearing a mask, but she came up to somebody's doorbell, like caught her on the Ring doorbell. She goes up, licks her hand and fucking wipes her hand all over the doorbell and just walks away.
I don't think they actually got it. I think they're just fucking with people. Dude,
either way, if they actually have it, they're being dicks and spreading it. If not, they're fucking funny.
No, they're being dicks and causing
if people are actually going out and doing that kind of thing, that shit's fucking funny. It's really dickish. Don't get me wrong, because people are gonna really think I'm really fucked off for saying this, but I have a really dark sense of humor. So people like, enacting panic, da 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 da. I think that shit's fucking funny sometimes. Like if you, not in terms of like, you know, fucking bomb threats and shit like that, but going up to like your homeboy or to your fucking neighbor's house and just being, you know, and fucking scaring them. I think that shit's fucking funny.
That is funny.
Like earlier, dude. Apparently these three dudes were people were running like through the streets. Not here. I saw it on fucking Twitter again. I was reading the comments. Apparently, they got arrested for inciting panic, quote unquote. Dudes running, like these two dudes in hazmat suits were running after their one boy who came out in with a medical suit or some shit. Like, you know, he looked like he just got tested.
Like the gown.
No, it wasn't a gown. It looked like something they would wear in the hospital. It looked like probably like a nurse outfit, like, you know, the male nurses.
Yeah.
Either way, he comes running. Two hazmat guys are fucking chasing after him, and he's just like, "Help me!" And he's just running down the road screaming shit. And the cops arrested him for inciting panic. I think that shit's fucking funny, dude. I think turning the best of a situation is hilarious. Like how the people are partying out in fucking Italy because Italy streets are kind of narrow between the fucking apartments. They got fucking people are out on their balconies with their instruments jamming out with
you
the
saw that
lights.
video too.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking like, come on, they're in quarantine.
That's because
They're on quarantine.
Yeah.
Make the best of a situation. That shit's funny. Earlier when I was at my little sister's party right now,
Yeah.
I saw a video of fucking Twitter. These two neighbors are playing fucking ping pong out the window. They're fucking half their bodies and just do hitting it back and forth. That shit's fucking
How
funny.
the fuck are they doing that?
They're just knocking it back and forth. They drop the ball. They grab another one, just start playing again. Because they're like 9 stories up, dude. But it's fucking funny. I think that kind of stuff's funny. I think that stuff's kind of cool. Like to incite shit like that.
Well, that's just like coming together under this kind of under this circumstance that we're under. And
Yeah,
I think
no,
it's
no.
cool too. Like I think people should definitely rally together and have fun. If under the circumstances that it is, we need humor in this type of.
No, I totally agree with you, dude. I think in this kind of time of situation, you do need humor, but at the same time, you do need like realism. You need to be real about the situation in terms of like what is scary, what's not, and media isn't helping it, but at the same time, media is helping it because there's the media in terms of the news channels and news outlets that are just giving you wrong information and fucking scaring you.
And then there's the other.
There's the
people.
social media. There's the social media side of things where they're actually people are out there throwing facts.
Yeah.
And people are like, okay, this isn't as bad. And it's kind of like an equilibrium kind of thing. Like, people are balancing it out with the fear and the fake news and the real news. And it's really nice. But there has to be one generalized news source.
I know I've been watching this doctor on YouTube. His name's Dr. Mike. Shout out to Dr. Mike if you're listening to this. But I know he's been doing constant updates on the coronavirus.
Yeah, and there are people who are doing shit like that. One of the things that I love to get my news from, really fucking stupid, Philip DeFranco. I love getting news from Philip DeFranco because he verifies his facts. And if he doesn't get something wrong, he goes back and corrects it later.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the coolest dudes on there on YouTube that you can get your news from. Like, in terms of shit. But, like, I don't know. I still think people are overreacting about this whole thing. I think it's being blown way out of proportion and that it can be fixed. And some way or another settled.